Hello, everyone, and happy Friday to ya. Hope that you have been having a good week. Welcome to another episode 64 of Longtime Watcher, First Time Writer. I am, as always, your longtime watcher, King Fats the 95th, joined once again by my fantastic crew of first-time writers, which includes Action Shakespeare.
The Pilot Wings, 64.
All right, B-Drops.
Wait, was I supposed to have a reference ready?
Apparently. And the Ilian Dicnonicon.
No, don't move on. I want to pull something.
Technically it would have gotten cut out already, so I'm stealing N64. I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's so valid. And the Ilian Dicnonicon.
Ponyo Sun 64.
Hey, there it is. Who are playing Ponyo?
Ponyo?
I think it was Puyo, yeah.
Did I say Ponyo?
Yeah.
Puyo.
Either you did or I did.
Great work, everybody.
Yeah, the point is, it's
We're
Christmas,
doing great.
1997 or whatever, and we just got the Nintendo 64 and we are losing our minds. Thank you, Santa.
What year did you say we got the Nintendo 64?
I mean,
97? Is that not right?
Puyo did come out in 97, yeah.
I don't know. I think I misheard you. We're in great form today.
Wait, right? Isn't that around when the N64
No,
is like 96, 97, right?
It sounds about right. I thought you said like 1967 or something.
No.
Yeah, that's what it came out.
Listen, I'm not that stupid.
Your Uncle Mario at Nintendo got you the hookup
Yeah.
back when they were making cards.
Hey, man, check it out. In like 30 years, we're gonna make some shit. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh god, do not apologize. It's gonna be a good episode. The energy is good. And that's good because the episodes are, I mean, they're not bad.
We're starting to fit into a groove a little bit, maybe.
Just a little bit.
The thing about these episodes is that we have spoken about them in season 1.
A little bit. A little bit.
And it's still enjoyable to have, run it back, but it's different flavors of ice cream. You can only talk about ice cream so much.
So true.
But damn if we're not going to talk about ice cream. Buckle up.
Yeah. Today, the 3 flavors of ice cream we are going to be talking about are Kamen Rider Black Episode 10, Where's Nobuhiko? Kamen Rider Black Episode 11, Starved Monsters, and Kamen Rider Black Episode 12, The Super Machine Legend is Born.
Yeah.
Christ.
Who is up birthing a machine legend?
When you put it that way.
Who's in the delivery room pushing out a machine legend?
I mean,
Pongo's mom?
what else am I using it for?
God, I've heard of rush delivery, but this is ridiculous.
Get into it.
Let's get into it. Starting with episode 10, Where's Nobuhiko? Original air date December 6, 1987. Synopsis goes thusly. Kotaro investigates suspicious auto accidents leading to the victims being used for Golgum's army for causing chaos throughout the world. I appreciate this episode because randomly 10 episodes into the show we were like, hey, remember when we had a fucking plot?
There was a guy. We had an old man.
Who?
You know, the old
The
man?
guy who runs the cafe.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, Toto
Senpai.
Senpai.
First of all,
Welcome
yeah,
back.
Taro. Yeah, first of all, our Tachibana, as it were, has returned from the beach.
Is he though?
It's the closest we got. So
Yeah,
far.
listen. In text, if nothing else, in text, he's back.
I guess. He's just not doing anything.
He ain't
I guess he
doing
did.
shit all.
Well, he'll do one thing later in this episode, but like, I'm curious. We might not have like a designated Tachibana type like mentor in this series. I also feel like it's really important that everybody remember that the title of this episode is Where's Nobuhiko?
Donde está Nobuhiko?
Yeah.
Episode 10. It's very important.
Who?
Oh, yeah,
It's-
that guy.
Yeah, Nobuhiko. You remember Nobuhiko.
He's stuck in the gestation circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's spinning,
Gestation
rotating
orb.
in Golgum's mind.
Yeah.
Rotating baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's oiled up in the cocoon against the baby who went in the spinoff.
God.
But yeah, I also appreciate that they also in text make a point to grill Taro Senpai about how long his fucking vacation was. They were like, yeah, you sure took your fucking sweet time, huh, Doc? It's only been 10 episodes, you dick.
Apparently they run the business better than he does, maybe.
And also, he knew they were going to. He was like,
Master plan,
I put the fucking cafe in good hands. And sure enough,
And business is booming.
Yeah.
This dude has been waiting for his fucking dad to die for years, so he could pawn this off. It's the master plan.
We're gonna get to the end of the show, and it's gonna turn out that Golgum was led by Taro Senpai the whole time.
He just
Toto
wanted
Senpai,
more
how could
business.
you?
It was all a grand plot.
What did I say in the first episode? He's secretly evil.
Yeah, I think you did, in fact, actually say that. So you know, I see the vision now. All of a sudden,
It's still in the air. That ball's still alive.
yeah.
Speaking of alive,
Speaking of alive, theoretically Nobuhiko, and theoretically also these people who we just watched get into this car accident. Boy, it's a good thing that the ambulance was here really quickly. Boy, the ambulance
Without
was here
anyone calling.
really quickly.
yeah.
Oh well, not gonna ruin my day.
Yeah. Listen, they're in good hands now. That's the Amber Lamps. They would never do something evil or untoward.
What?
Except, unfortunately, they do something evil and untoward because they deliver our patients to Dr. Guy, whose name I can't remember.
Kuromatsu's.
Thank you.
My note reads Professor Kuromatsu's triumphant return, but I probably
Oh, yeah, that guy.
/S I maybe could have put, but I don't use those.
No, that's fair.
This guy sucks.
We're not fans of Kuromatsu. Listen, he's no fucking Dr. Death. He's no Steve Williams, I'll tell you that much.
But he does give HRT out.
It's true.
Yeah, listen. You take the good with the bad.
Look, if you're giving free HRT, I'm willing to excuse a lot of things, I think.
Don't draw the line at terrorists.
Yeah, listen, I was gonna say, it could be worse. At least he's not like a shocker doctor. You know, he's not a full-on Nazi.
They could be doing, like, effective terrorism. And maybe I'd have to draw the line there, but, like...
He's just a wizard, maybe Klansman wizard.
Yeah.
Illuminati.
Listen, we are very
That's all.
fortunate
Yeah.
in that the doctor who gives
is
out free HRT is very explicitly doing ineffective terrorism. It doesn't work. It's bad.
Can we just talk, like, are we at the point where we can talk about the plot, or do we need to get to...
We are always at the point where we can talk about the plot, jump
Yeah,
around.
it doesn't take them long to just start talking about why the hell they're doing this.
Okay. As alluded to, the ambulance is nefarious in nature. However, in order to get the fake ambulances to be the most effective they can be, what is this plan missing? That's right, I know you'd think about it without any hesitation, a lizard man.
It's so true.
You're so right.
Oh, you jumped ahead to the thrill lizard. I see. The big function of this plan, as stated, by Golgum, is because they're taking dudes and they're putting them up in the hospital, and because they're so grateful, they're gonna be so into their cool new private army plan. Conscripting all these dudes into a private army.
They'll get to do adventures and they get to travel the world. It's honestly a pretty sweet gig.
Yeah.
Right out of high school.
Oh, God.
So here's the line that stuck out to me in this plan, because their Golgum's grander plan is to just basically create a bunch of guns for hire, just brainwash guns for hire and send them around to international conflicts, which is like, And then they also say terrorism will birth more terrorism until the entire world is at war. And I'm just like, all right, give America a second. They'll do it, Golgum.
Yeah, first and foremost, that. Second,
Yeah, let's rock it.
respectfully, I imagine they're going to notice that the sudden spike in terrorism is linked to a very specific place.
Well, yeah.
All of these guys are from Tokyo.
Listen, Kojima has to get the idea for Metal Gear Solid 5 from somewhere.
You know, the timeline. It's very possible.
It's entirely possible, yeah.
Look, Golgum was also just needed to wait for Big Boss like a couple more years.
Really,
They
yeah.
would have had it.
Me and these weird space aliens are going to go to the desert to either prove a point or die trying.
I'm so glad that they have an iguana monster to make sure this operation runs
You're
smoothly.
like, what
Yeah.
the-
Gotta have an iguana monster to make sure your operation runs smoothly.
Well, what else are you gonna do?
Train and brainwash your kidnapped super soldiers. Maybe have a monster that can brainwash the super soldiers. I don't know. He's just a giant lizard.
He's the biggest lizard you ever did, Sora.
Kamen Rider Black
Just a
was
lizard.
so ahead of its time because this is something the FBI would do.
Like this is so like on the level of things government organizations have done historically in declassified documents.
Mhm.
The only difference
Um,
is that the lizard monster would never be alive in the first place.
Yeah.
I think the main hitch in their plan, like lizard monster aside, who is only aiding it. The only hitch in their plan is that Kotaro happened to just be there for one of these incidents, because I don't think anybody would have actually caught on to the scam of, just faking accidents and then getting a bunch of dudes in on a little army. Like, you could have spread them out, too. Like, you could spread them to all kinds of organizations across the world. If it's like, yeah, all these have a guy from Japan, but why would you link that together, per se?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's grasping at
just-
straws if I ever heard it. Fuck.
But then they did this in front of Kotaro, and so fuck them. They have the
And,
worst
and
luck
God
in
is
the
his
world.
witness. He said Yamaro.
I smell evil.
Yeah.
And
That
he's right.
boy-
He's always right, is the
That-
thing.
He's
Boy, he
always
can
right.
Sniff out evil from 50 yards. It's crazy.
Bro's like McGruff.
Who is currently in prison.
What did Scruff McGruff do?
I'm sorry, have you not seen this? Hold on.
I saw
Oh,
I saw this
God.
Twitter post earlier today. Yeah.
Oh no.
Scruff McGruff, what happened?
The guy who voiced Scruff McGruff has been
Oh,
in prison
no.
for a decade.
Oh no.
They caught
Police.
Scruff with some stuff.
Police discovered 1,000 marijuana plants, 27 weapons, including a grenade launcher, and 9,000 rounds of ammunition at the man's residence. He's been sentenced to 16 years behind bars in 2011.
I'm
Oh.
actually glad that these are the crimes because they're really funny.
They're
Yeah,
very
They're pretty
funny.
awesome, actually.
Yeah. Shout out my
I
man
was so
McGruff.
worried.
like, okay.
Yeah, no, that's
You know what, Scruff McGruff? You're pretty cool.
yeah.
Scruff McGruff paste. All right.
We
Not
never
all
did.
cops, you're right. Scruff McGruff.
McGruff would never pull this shit. You're so right. When I say I got that dog in me, I mean Scruff McGruff.
Yeah, Scruff McGruff. He grows weed. He's got a grenade launcher.
Scruff McGruff is the cool cop who doesn't play by the rules. He's a loose cannon, and he's being forced to turn in his
And
badge
he
and his
has-
gun.
He's a loose cannon who owns a loose cannon.
True.
You better watch
That's
yourself.
the one thing about Scruff McGruff you gotta know.
Christ. I can't believe we get 3 scenes in this episode of Todo Senpai. Like, we get that one where they're initially driving in the car in the opening when they see the car accident, and then later after we see, like, oh, this is the secret behind their organization, also a giant lizard. We get another cut back to him in his own cafe. He's not working. He's
No.
eating and reading a newspaper.
Bro having a sandwich.
They're like,
Yeah, he's got his jelly donut.
they're still
Oh my God.
working, which is like truly
I think they're taking a lunch break,
Yeah.
like genuinely, because they're all
He
eating.
is-
no.
Yeah, he is behind the counter
I
too.
mean, like they're still working at the residence. Weren't they only or business? Weren't they only supposed to do that until he came back?
I mean, I don't know if that was necessarily the case. He kind of made it seem like the payment for being able to live here is you got to work here, which I don't know if that's entirely unfair.
Oh, okay,
Either
I mean,
way,
that's
It's in their
more
interest to
reasonable.
keep not being at their own home, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's not like they wouldn't need the jobs anyway, so like, fuck it, why not, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's fair. I thought for a bit that he just like, nah, you're working now. I know I'm back, but you're still working. It's fine.
Well, if he's going to pay you, I certainly don't.
Yeah, listen, as
Like-
long as I'm getting the paycheck, then at
Yeah.
that point it's just a job, and it's like, all right, well, fuck it.
Yeah. A
And
job
us.
that comes with room and board and pay?
Shit.
That kind of rules.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
alright.
sounds nice. And I live above it, so I don't have to worry about, like, commuting or anything.
That sounds like a dream.
Seems pretty good.
Do you remember Nobuhiko?
Who?
No. Who?
Well, let me just wind you back.
Okay.
Previously on 10 episodes of Kamen Rider Black, the entire plot happened.
Oh, right. I was there for that.
And they
All
showed
right.
us like the whole thing.
Yeah, now you're caught back up. Let's go back to Colonel Doctor.
Yeah.
Colonel, Doctor.
No, more like Colonel Sanders. Colonel.
That's true.
It just reminds me of that dude from Scrubs.
Kelso?
No, Colonel Doctor.
Yeah, that is like a deep cut Scrubs bit.
He's a recurring character. Everybody called him Colonel Doctor.
Yeah.
Man, I've failed to live up to my Scrubs hyperfixations when I was younger.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You gotta have a resurgence like I did.
You gotta rewatch.
Maybe.
This is
Yeah.
hey, while you're watching Kamen Rider Black RX, because let's be honest, you're not gonna miss
Oh.
too much. I think if you skip an episode or two, maybe think about rewatching Scrubs.
Yeah, this guy. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has like the purest white hair.
Doing the fucking, like, the little finger sign and everything. Yeah.
It's perfect.
Man's on that chicken.
I'm sorry. I don't know your name, and you look like that Kentucky Fried Chicken guy, Dr. Kelso.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
I mean, he wasn't wrong.
yeah. But yeah, we have this period where Kotaro just decides to remember the plot of the show for a few minutes.
I love when I randomly remember the plot of the show.
10 episodes
Yeah.
in. Hope you're. You know, people don't got VCRs probably. They definitely don't got
Yeah.
DVRs.
Also, they're children. So he gets the idea that he's going to try to actually remember to look for his brother.
That thing he
I
said
guess
he
we
was
get-
going to do like 9 times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we also get another glimpse as he's trying to like track down like Professor Kuromatsu. President Omiya we see. I don't believe we got his name before, but he was the guy dishing out the grasshopper absinthe in our last
Yeah.
set of episodes. So we're learning like how high the reach of Golgum in society really goes.
Getting ideas to just how far up this up the ladder this whole operation is, and it's very far. If I'm right, I think it's either in this episode or like in the next episode or something that there's a line about like Golgum even having operatives in other countries.
Just like Shocker.
Whoa.
Whoa. I'm sure they're just as ineffective. Actually, no. If I recall correctly, Shocker Mexico was getting things done.
Shocker Mexico is getting things done. There's a very explicit reason why we pulled Sabotegron from Shocker Mexico, and it's because Shocker Mexico was getting shit done. And Shocker Japan looked like dog shit ass in comparison.
because Shocker Mexico didn't have a fucking Kamen Rider.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
so true.
Clearly. Because as soon as this man arrived to the land of Kamen Rider, he got instantly annihilated.
True.
Bro got his shit entirely rocked. Same with Shocker Africa and the
Yeah.
he was like a sea anemone man, right? Sea coral man.
Yeah, they sent the Kamen Rider that way, and it's just like, oh, fuck, I don't know what to do.
Shit. They don't have cyborgs in Africa. I don't know if you do that one, Doc.
Maybe because Shocker decided they wouldn't do the same thing Japan keeps accidentally doing.
I'd like to hope that, like, all the other Shocker locations heard about Kamen Rider and was like, alright, so maybe let's change the way the whole process works, huh? Because...
Oh my god, and then Kamen Rider 2.
yeah.
Why you make two
Japan
of
made
them?
another one?
He was supposed to kill the other one.
Idiot! Why would you?
It's in the new employee handbook. Always do the brainwashing
God.
first, dog.
The fucking internal memos at Shocker. I would die to read this.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I do love the idea that Shocker Japan is the embarrassment of the Shocker organization.
I mean, it should be.
They did some real crazy shit and fucked it up for everyone else.
Yeah, they made the two guys who are single-handedly kicking the ass of the rest of Shocker. Like, everything was going pretty cool for Shocker Europe until this dude just showed up one day. And we're like, who is this guy? Where is he from? Ah, well, he's a failed experiment of Shocker Japan. Hey, Shocker Japan, I'm gonna fucking kill you. You goofed it, and now your goof up is killing all of my monster men. Explain yourself right now.
We're too busy fighting the other one, sorry.
What do you mean, the other one? What did
I love
you
Kamen
do?
Rider.
God, I love Kamen Rider.
Oh my god. Shocker actually maybe is really fun, actually.
God, now I'm just thinking about that situation then flip-flopped. Right? Hongo left Europe, came back to Japan, everyone was like, alright, I think we're safe. And then fucking...
Nope.
What's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name
Hayato.
now. Yeah, Hayato. Hayato was like, alright, cool, I'm gonna fuck off to Brazil. And Shocker Brazil was like, what do you mean? Huh? No, wait.
Yeah.
Listen, we've got to clean up the Americas now. Hayato's on the case.
Hayato is on the case. Shocker Mexico must have been fucking sweating. He's right,
They
he's
already
right
killed
over
Sabo
there.
Tegron.
Dude, he's right next door. Oh, shit.
Oh my god, and there was the freaking... Where was the armadillo from?
Oh, that's... He was also Shocker Brazil.
Oh my god.
I remember because
right,
that was the episode where Hayato came back because he chased his ass from Brazil.
Right. Oh my god.
He was like, listen, motherfucker, you aren't escaping.
You were going back to Brazil.
Yeah.
Back to Brazil in a box.
Jeez.
Oh, Kamen Rider Black, though.
Kamen Rider Black, also fun, but maybe not quite as fun as, I mean, they're fun in a different way.
Yeah, it's not just, like, cartoony most of the time. I mean, sometimes it definitely lives up, but
Every time I see Sheep Palpatine, I laugh.
it's so funny.
Every time you see MF Doom, you point the screen
Also
and
that,
say
yeah,
MF Doom.
I go MF Doom. I think this is actually the set of episodes. Yep, I have the words MF Doom once in at least every set of notes.
That's so powerful.
Because he just shows up and I see his mask, and I'm like, MF Doom. Oh, God. Yeah, our weird High Priest people are very fun, admittedly.
They're so silly.
Speaking of people who are very fun, I do want to just take a quick moment to talk about our Lizard Man. Mostly because, shit dog, he sure is.
Honest, yeah.
Good looking lizard.
That is just a lizard-ass man as Lizard Man.
He's an iguana who walks on two legs. It's a really good suit, but that is... You get what's on the tin.
Yeah.
Name.
Yeah.
First name, last name,
occupation. Yeah. Lizard Man.
Lizard Man.
Yeah.
It's powerful. It really is. That is a lizard-ass man-ass Lizard Man.
I guess you can justify Lizard Man's existence in this episode with one scene in where Kotaro just
Yeah.
goes, "Hey, I'm gonna chase you directly," and they go, "Ha, have a Lizard Man, idiot."
I think there is supposed to be, because of the scene, some potential loose implication that the Lizard Man is part of how they're orchestrating the accidents. Because they're not intercepting emergency correspondence. They are causing the accidents in themselves. Which is, I don't want to call it like a plot hole, but like, there's a thing later on where I'm like, I'm not sure why that worked, but I don't really care, so let's just, whatever, who cares?
Yeah. I think they're, being opportunistic additionally, but yeah.
I could jump the gun and just say what it is, just so it's within this context, if people don't mind.
The plot continues.
Yeah, the plot continues. Kotaro does encounter another abduction, and he gets jumped by the lizard man. He then sort of pieces together the plot and fakes an accident with Todo Senpai later on, after which he is immediately picked up by these ambulances, despite, no one called anything in, and this accident was just, faked by only Todo Senpai and Kotaro, but I don't know, maybe they got some kind of surveillance out there. If they do, it doesn't have to be airtight. It just made me think, I think there was, a little bit of a ball dropped here, just a little bit, in terms of explaining how they're enacting this plan, but that's not unusual for this era.
Yeah. CinemaSins ding.
Yeah. It's not a huge deal. It was just the moment in the episode where I was like,
True.
So yeah, he infiltrates by faking this episode and getting picked up, and thus joins the rest of the soldiers. Do we call them soldiers? These poor people, these abductees.
At this point, they're kind of just the boys.
Yeah.
They are happy to be there.
It is a hospital room.
Excited.
The most full I have ever seen a hospital room be. There's 20 dudes in this one room, all hanging out, talking about how they're going to be Boy Scouts.
Yeah, we're going to run in a field. Yay!
Yippee!
It sure beats going back to work.
Yeah, really.
Or school.
I'm so excited to train to be a soldier instead of going to work like a normal guy.
Well, you say that right up until we get to our training montage.
In which they have a lot of fun for 3 seconds and then go, I want to go home.
We do see a little encounter with Professor Kuromatsu and the guy who's leading the training camp, whom he designates that job to in that scene, if I recall correctly. And he's there with his wheelchair-bound son. And my first thought was this is anime, so he's poisoning that kid so he can't get out of that wheelchair. I just know it. I know it in my heart. I also have a note here. The guy's name is Sugiyama. I wrote, "Haiga Barimas!" quote Sugiyama's child, because he's a child actor, so we have to make fun of him.
Yeah.
That's so fair.
Sorry, kid. I hold nothing against you. I think it's just necessary at this point.
We are required to beat up the children and get our cheeseburgers.
We've had worse, but admittedly he was not so hot.
It's okay, he's anime sick.
He's not a kid and he ain't Goro, but that just means he sluts
extremes.
in. Exactly,
Mm-hmm.
It just means he sluts in nicely in the middle. You did your best, and that's what really matters, my man.
He's probably not even an actor. He only had one line.
Hey kid,
So.
you want to be on Kamen Rider?
Yeah,
Yes.
the answer is yes.
Yeah. The answer is always yes. You don't say no. You crazy?
If you want to get any of us in phishing scams, just ask, do you want to be in Kamen Rider?
Do you want to be on Kamen Rider? Yeah.
God
All
damn
you
it,
need to
yes.
do is just 4 little digits, just your social, some other digits on a little piece of paper, maybe some security questions here and there.
When do I get to meet Kamen Rider?
Hey kids, the Kamen Rider
Soon.
is fighting Shocker, and he needs your help. What he needs
My
is
help?
for you to go to your parents' purse and read the card with the 8 numbers on the front and the 3 numbers on the back. But hurry! If you don't act fast, he'll be defeated by the evil Shocker.
No!
God, I get it.
You don't understand, mother.
You think that guy still does those for commission?
I hope so. They're so fucking funny.
Oh, the dude who does the readings.
Yeah.
Like that guy sitting at the desk. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still fully active doing that.
That's good.
I do love Colonel Doctor,
Yeah.
which is what I'm going to
Yeah.
call him from now on. Overseeing the training, just sticking out like a
Adjusting
complete
his bow tie.
Yes, he pulls he does that thing where he's got the hand on his hips, but he's pulling the coat back. while he's doing it, like, I do declare. Fine crop.
Yeah, fine crop of boys this year.
What's better than this? Just guys being dudes.
I say. We're gonna turn them into a terrorist army.
They're doing bad is the problem, though.
Yeah, they really want to go home immediately.
They really want. They are immediately like, "Hey, this sucks, and we want out."
Yeah, they blow, they suck, and they're weak, soft cowards, and they're not made for this.
They're such babies. And that guy, like, immediately is, like, trying to shoot them.
Yeah, that's right.
If you fucking stop, if you keep resisting, I'll fill you with lead. Like, how'd they get this dad in this position?
Listen, it is an inherent truth about dads that if you give them an ounce of power, they go fucking insane.
It's so true.
Is that true?
Yes.
A little bit. Listen,
If your dad isn't like that, I'm very happy for you.
yeah, congratulations if your dad's built different. Well,
I guess so. Simply too powerful.
Yeah.
Ironically.
Mhm.
There is definitely a subset of dads that
Yeah.
fits this bill.
it is a not uncommon dad trait.
He just seemed really nice at the hospital with his sick son and everything. Like, seemed like a gentle man.
Yeah, everybody seems real gentle with their sick son until you get him out of the training field.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so. And then I love this. I love this like confrontation because Kotaro's just stepping up like a fucking badass. Colonel Doctor arrives to say, "What in tarnation is going on?" And and Kotaro points directly at the screen and says, "I know what you are."
Ugh.
Sorry, you can't say that, man.
No, tell me. What do you think I am? I want to hear you say it.
Oh shit.
Anyway, he's like, "Oh God, it's the Kamen Rider! Get him, boys!"
Yeah, you boys are about as sharp as a bag of wet bowling balls. You hired the Kamen Rider.
Sir, I've literally never heard of that. What are you talking
What?
about?
The common whomst now? Said, "Why never send a boy to do a lizard? I said a lizard man's job. Go on and get him now."
What the fuck is going on?
These poor men scatter to the four winds as this horrific lizard monster just emerges from the woods.
Yeah, how's it going?
I was on my smoke break, you dick. All right, let's do this. Rawr!
Yeah, I'm truly just picturing him like emerging from a bush and just like stamping out a cigarette.
Yeah.
Fine.
Fucking Kamen. God.
I thought this plan worked.
It's supposed to be an easy job, this bullshit.
Yeah, come on.
If there's one thing I really enjoy about this fight, it might be how much this guy scuttles around on all fours.
Bro, his scuts all ing.
Scrampling.
It's fun to see them get a little more animalistic with the acting.
If you've ever imagined yourself fighting a very large iguana, this is basically how that goes.
I mean,
You've read my mind.
not wrong.
Yeah, I definitely distinctly wrote down that the suit actor is a fucking creature. Like they are going crazy with it. Also the suit looks really good in broad daylight,
Oh, yeah.
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 which is
the
shocking.
texture.
Yeah, extra shocking too, considering the colors on it, because it's like largely black with like little specklings of kind of brown, unless that's just from the dust, because this is a production photo that I'm looking at. And bro's been rolling around in the dirt.
It really does look like a wood-smoked iguana.
Another impressive thing is that, like, I don't know if it might be a separate model, but they do a pretty good recreation of it, if so, of having something for close-ups. And you can really see all of that effort that puts into it. And it's like, it's so textured.
Yeah.
It looks so high budget.
Yeah, this dude is texture ed.
Yeah. Definitely like I think Shakes mentioned in the first episode that this is like the peak of green screen before they shifted into CGI. And I feel the same with the suits a bit, of just like, yeah, that's suitimation at its finest.
Yeah, no, we're right in like a perfect sweet spot of like practical effects art has pretty much gotten to just about its epitome. And also like, digital effects art is good enough that it can assist the practical, but not so good that it can just replace it. And so we're in this like perfect sweet spot where those two things are combining to make just some of the goddamn best practical effects.
It's also very interesting and wonderful to see, because we were talking about the suit actor, who's just really embodying creature energy. And so taking that energy and mixing it with that suit, it's just such a fantastic contrast between what we had with Ichigo, because like a lot of our complaints sometimes could be boiled down to just, oh, this is just another suit, they're not doing anything with the gimmick, whatever. But nah, this man's a lizard. Like, through and through.
Truly suspend my disbelief and be like, yeah, that's just a real lizard man. In some shots, like, he's doing the work.
Putting it in for sure. I think it's interesting how, I don't know if we all necessarily agree on this, but my feeling thus far with Black has been, these are maybe, like, they're not bad by any means, but they're some of the least imaginative designs for the monsters of the week, but they are the best technically executed in, like, every other manner, in construction and suit acting and everything.
It's interesting. It's actually something that I was thinking about watching this last two batch of episodes, because we end up retreading a lot of ground that we tread in Ichigo. We had Rhino Gang last episode. This is obviously not our first Lizard Man. Spoilers for next episode, but we've got a Cactus Man.
Yeah. Straight up Sabotengron.
Yeah, we got a Sabotengron. Last set of episodes we did, we had a Sasaidaminga. We had a Wasp person. We've got a lot of monsters that we've technically already seen. And while these versions are notably less imaginative than the Ichigo versions, they make up for that by being, I would say, better executed for what they are trying to be. Right, Rhino Gang was trying to be like this weird kind of rhino cyborg, super monster thing. The rhino monster in this is just trying to be a bipedal rhino. And as a result, yeah, that is a fucking bipedal rhino.
You did it, right on the money.
Yeah, 100% right on target with what you were trying to do with this one. And I think that's a good kind of just general explanation of the suits in Black.
To build off of that a little bit, I think it's a bit like they saw Ichigo and they saw the potential of it, and they said, what if we kept it? What if we just cut out that fat of the entire series, both narratively and, well, mostly narratively, and...
There was narrative fit in Ichigo?
Yeah, there's like 98 episodes of it.
Yeah, they're pretty lean.
Pretty lean. But to my point, I think by cutting out all of this stuff and just taking what Ichigo did and just refining it again is an interesting contrast between Ichigo and then subsequently Kugo, which is another reboot of the series. Because like that, you had, hey, we're going to take this into a different direction, and while we're going to use this as like Ichigo as a base, and it was very much a reinterpretation, whereas this is just like, it'd be incorrect for me to say that it's a replacement, but it almost feels like it wants to serve as a replacement rather than a reimagining of Ichigo, if that makes sense.
I definitely get what you mean. This one is definitely treading closer to just being kind of like a remake of Ichigo, whereas, Kuga was definitely trying to be more of a reimagining. It wanted to take some of the similar base stuff, but then it was like, let's try and do our own thing. Let's see what Kamen Rider can be in the new era. Whereas this, in coinciding with what we read in like the essay and everything, this was kind of an attempt to go back to basics a little bit, start from square one again, and kind of try and recenter, as it were.
And I don't know, I think that's very interesting because we have the kind of more generic monster types, as we had mentioned, but they are so incredibly refined for what they were. So I like seeing the evolution of it.
It's just very interesting to watch the way the shoots grow and change throughout Kamen Rider as a whole, but especially when you look at these, Kamen Riders like these that are very explicitly supposed to be kind of reimaginings or retellings of Kamen Rider as a show, and are, clearly kind of leaning a little bit more on an Ichigo familiarity that may or may not be there in the audience. Especially because, the Heisei era of Kamen Rider was so insanely popular and profitable that it's kind of become its own sort of a beast, even to the point where stuff that happens in later Heisei starts to be more Heisei self-referential than necessarily trying to go all the way as far back as Ichigo. So you get a little bit less of that, them kind of trying to tread ground. And so it's very interesting to see specifically in that the way design philosophy changes over time, and obviously especially because of the big thing that happened with this show where Bandai started being more involved in the design process and working on making things a little more toyetic. And obviously that ramps up even more as Heisei continues to be so popular and profitable. And so it gives you this very distinct thing where there's sort of 2 or 3 different eras of Kamen Rider that you can kind of just watch and see how they evolve, because they almost, maybe not intentionally, but they almost sort of end up evolving in these little kind of bubbles that they create out of themselves. And then, now we're fucking 5 deep into the Reiwa era now, which is goddamn insane to think about. And so it is also even starting to get a little, you can kind of see where the edges and the borders are forming on the Reiwa era of Kamen Riders, and you're kind of starting to see where those separations are coming in. And it's a very interesting thing to look at, to see how those are evolving and what kind of things are influencing those evolutions as well, because obviously a lot of this is influenced by things outside of the show as well. Reiwa, I think most especially because it's kind of smack in the middle of the COVID era, as it were. And so there's a lot about Reiwa that is different from some of the other eras just because of having to work around COVID.
Sorry, 01.
Sorry, 01, yeah. Rest kindly, sweet prince. Still a damn good show, though.
Yeah, he'll never rest.
He won't.
He likes it that way, though. It's fine.
It's true.
I'm gonna need him to rest. I haven't even seen the show yet, but I'm gonna need him to rest.
Hey, listen, you're gonna be saying
I
that
think you would
about
love him.
most Kamen Riders.
So many good boys.
So many good boys. Hey, speaking of good boys, now that we've successfully killed this
Battle
lizard
Hopper.
man... Oh, true.
We didn't even kill the Lizard Man yet. I do want to say,
Oh, please.
it is since this is our episode Nintendo 64. It's very important to point out that we definitely still elongate Bowser. This is Lizard Man. The scene for this was neat, because I was just thinking about what you were saying of the kind of perfect storm of the new special effects combined with the practical. I said quote unquote new of the 1984 special effects, kind of making a perfect storm, because that's one of them. That was a really fun bit where he grabs him by the tail and just starts swinging him and then chopping it off. And it does explosions and and then the tail regrows with a bunch of energy and shit. It's all really
Hurry,
good.
get your carbs, go.
Yeah, you gotta go.
True.
The lizard.
You gotta make sure you get those tail carbs. Hey, this is a quick Monster Hunter service announcement from me and Pete Drops. Make sure you get your tail carbs. Those things
Please,
do not
don't
stick
miss
around.
them.
They will despawn.
Or it's possible that the fight will take you to a new area.
Yeah. And then you're fully fucked.
After you fight the monster, there's a timer. After you complete the mission, gotta get your carbs.
Gotta get your carbs in while you can.
Get your carbs. Carve the tail.
God, especially because tail bits are like so fucking rare and hard to get
Oh
because
my
there's
God.
only like 2 or 3 weapons in the game that can even cut off tails in the first place. Please get your tail scarves in. It's not an easy feat to get that tail off. Please do not waste that effort.
You know that they're gonna be like, hey, we're not gonna drop you this one item for the next 6 hours.
Listen, I understand what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, I need a Devil Joe tail. Surely if I cut off the Devil Joe's tail and I carve it, I'll get a Devil Joe tail. That's not always the case. You might not get a tail when you carve a tail. Seriously, get your carves in.
We love RNG here. We love it.
Looking at you, Odagiron.
Good lord, what a bastard.
I love that puppy.
Speaking of bastardous lizards.
Yeah, speaking of bastardous lizards, our lizard man, who we used to elongate Bowser, and we've learned, hey, lizards have regoing limbs, even though I think that's actually only some of them. How many lizards do actually?
I mean, it depends.
Yeah, right.
It's valid.
I would need to look at more of the phylogeny of it. If we're looking at like the colloquial lizard, I know there's probably a lot more than, like, percentage-wise than if we just look at the true lizards, because the true lizards are just little guys.
A quick Google search just says most iguanas, skinks, bearded dragons, salamanders, anoles, and geckos. So there's like a very brief list. I'm sure there's plenty more research to go into there.
Potentially no true lizards.
Potentially.
That's more than I was expecting. I was really expecting it just to be the small guys.
Geckers.
Yeah.
Geckers. Distinctly not lizards.
Are geckers not lizards?
They're amphibians.
Wait, really? Wow.
Gecker.
Today I learned.
Salamanders too, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that one I would have at least been able to hazard a guess on. I know they tend to be in moist environs.
There's, I think, like, the worm lizard. That's not its scientific name, obviously.
No, yeah.
But,
You'd love me if I was a worm lizard.
Yes.
but,
Oh, this thing's so cute.
Yeah.
Everybody should look this up. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that little freak.
Be nice to him.
Yeah, little buddy.
That thing is no bigger than a pen.
That is a mole if it were a lizard.
It's so true.
It's got little hands.
Yeah, well,
if you're like, that's stupid, that's not a lizard.
So?
Snake with
These
legs.
these are the closest related species to the clade that is true lizards.
So good. Fuck
Which is-
doubters.
Yeah.
Class Reptilia. Alright, there we go.
Mexican mole lizard is the actual.
Baby.
It is just a little guy. Is the thing. A really long little guy.
You know what I like the most about this little dude? Because there are some pictures here on Google that get right up on his face. And my man does, in fact, look exactly like Wormy from Sesame Street.
Oh.
Looks like Wormy from SpongeBob.
True.
Oh.
He's got the little beady eyes. Like the
Yeah, you got the
thing.
tiny little beady eye and the line in mouth.
Oh my god, he's just so cute.
Oh, he's adorable. We love him.
Oh, little baby.
Oh, he's just our friend.
This makes me feel
Unlike Lizard
emotions.
Yeah, fuck you,
Unlike
lizard, man.
Yeah.
Die.
Die. Why not, kid?
run you over with a bike and die. Also punch you directly in your mouth hole.
Ugh.
Ow.
He gets his whole fist in there, just like bleh. Right down his throat. It's pretty good. I love this. Like I remember us saying for Cicada Mingo or whatever the hell, that it was very funny. It was like, yeah, I gotta kick him in the head. Similar line of thought. I better hit him in the mouth, says Kamen Rider.
That'll
Yeah,
do
so
it.
Genius.
That'll take care of a lot of things, Kamen
Yeah.
Rider. You're not wrong.
It's it's my favorite recent vampire joke of, wow, will he really die to a stake in the heart? Yeah, well, who wouldn't that kill?
Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna do it. I I know there's a reason for it, but I won't be that person today. I'll leave it to you, viewer, in the comment. Correct us if you dare on anything.
You can correct me, that's fine.
If you do, I'm pinning that comment.
Oh, it's true.
It will be pinned. There will be a nerd emoji posted right after it.
Yeah.
If you correct us, it will be pinned. If you compliment us, it will be pinned. If you send me hate mail, it will be pinned.
The one thing I cannot do for my friend, hate them.
It's, you know,
It's okay, we all have boundaries.
yeah. Speaking of boundaries,
The lizard. Sending him across the boundary into hell.
Yeah.
thank you,
We get a
Beatrox.
close-up death explosion thing, which is pretty fun. Like, lights up blaze and then turns into a rainbow and fizzles away into ash.
I do like that that's the way our monsters die for some reason. I love that. I love that they just get rainbowified.
Gay beam!
Yeah, I was gonna say, woe upon ye, curse of LGBT. Ah,
Always saying this.
true. Anyway, congratulations, we did it. We successfully didn't find Nobuhiko.
Well, oh yeah, that's what I was doing.
And also, we have no leads. Many of you are wondering, what was the purpose of this episode? So anyway, our next episode is Kamen Rider Black, episode 11, Starved Monsters.
Oh, I love this episode.
This one's a fun one. Original air date, December 13th, 1987. And I think maybe the only episode on the Kamen Rider wiki that has a plot, like, right up for some reason. It sure doesn't fucking
because
need
it
it.
rules. No, this episode is the best.
True. This episode rocks. Here's our
This
synopsis.
is so funny.
The Gogum's plan to grow fruit for their mutants causes plants to sprout on people all over the city. There it is. We're done.
Yeah,
Got it.
That's,
Got it in one.
that's what's on the tin. They grow these beautiful peppers made of evil.
They look like the fruits that they pull off of the man-eating plant in Dungeon Meshi.
They
A little
do.
bit.
You know?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Just these lumpy peppers. I think it was called Gorgameth, unless I just called it that in my notes, which is just very funny.
I had a note that said Gargameth, that shit that Walter White was making.
Yeah, literally I wrote down Jikai, we gotta cook. Because, like, it's just called Gorgameth. They got their monsters addicted to meth.
Yeah,
So,
they need it.
They gotta, it's like vitamins to them.
Oh, it's so good.
I love it.
It's barely even a master plan, because they just sort of engineered a need for everybody to eat the succulent fruits off of some guy to maintain their entire monster empire. That shit is required, apparently. And they never thought to grow it until now anywhere else.
Well, it's so hard to grow Gargameth
well,
on their
don't be a
home planet of Gargam on account of its London or whatever the fuck.
Why?
Shit's overcast as hell, bro.
Why did you manufacture your monsters to only eat this thing that's so hard to grow that you refuse to grow?
they're like koalas.
They're like
God.
They
koalas.
are
Oh,
like
so it is math. I do want to give just a quick special shout out to the scene at the beginning of this episode, which is we're in our fog room that serves as our Golgum hideout, and we just rolled out like 6 of the suit dudes from the back in a couple of costumes that we had in the closet and said, fight over these weird prop fruit. Go nuts. Have fun.
Yeah, woo. We got some kind of fish man. I'm rewatching it now because I'm actually curious. Because yeah, like we haven't seen these guys yet. These are some new dudes. There's some sort of
Foreshadowing.
beetle. There's definitely a piranha of some kind.
Shark-tooth sharkfish man of some sort.
That one looks like a goblin shark.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think one of them was a crab or something.
Something with pincers for sure. Maybe a spider of some kind. Yeah, maybe a crab. I mean crab. Crab and spider is an easy distinguish. Easy mistake to make. But yeah, we don't have enough of these juicy, succulent fruits of the vine to do anything. And we're fucking morons. So what are we doing here, Golgum? MF Doom demands more solutions.
I'm gonna do. Well, it's very simple. We are going to summon our best and most powerful monster. Rise, Sabotegron, and go grow more fruit, you fucking dick.
He's too busy being eaten. They're all over that man like groceries.
Yeah, true.
Batman also appears briefly to drop spores on the countryside.
Batman gets to help with the Sabotegron plan.
He gets to hold the orb.
He gets to hold the orb. Man, how come Batman gets to hold the orb? What the fuck?
Batman's a good worker.
No, he's not.
Batman's a solid hand.
Batman is explicitly a jobber and a jobber only.
Yeah, what do you think jobbers are?
You know, you're so right about that, actually.
That man is a reliable hand in this company.
I need to take a brief sojourn to take off my hat and put it over my heart and sincerely apologize to Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler, and say, I'm sorry. You're right. You are a solid hand, and jobbers are an important part of the company. And I apologize for, even for a bit, looking down on your position. Thank you for making Goldberg look good when he was like fucking 60. Bro made Goldberg look like a goddamn monster. It was insane.
They killed that man over and over live on television.
I appreciate theater.
I like the arts.
I've been one who has liked art, maybe even two.
You know what my favorite art is?
Is it the art of monster suit making?
That's a pretty good one. I was going to say television, but we'll go with that.
Well, I wanted because I'm looking at him again. We got to talk about Sabotegron's Five Nights at Freddy's ass.
Yeah.
Bro, so one thing is, bro do be looking like an animatronic.
A little bit.
Just a
Lumpy.
little bit. Bro is lumpy as fuck.
He's so lumpy.
This Sabotegron is a fucking creature.
I can't really tell you exactly why. This is vibes only, but he reminds me of Diggersby.
The Pokemon?
Yes.
Okay, I will give you that a little bit. Because, you know, when I was making the Five Nights at Freddy's poll, I was like, I can't help but notice there's a little bit of a Banui going on here.
A little.
He's got lumpy vibes, and he's bunny.
He has two little cactuses
spiky.
sticking out of his noggin, which give him the Banui ears. I like this freak's mouth. It reminds me of those like crazy ass like samurai masks. I like this suit a lot, honestly. Like it's freakish, but man, this dude looks like a cool ass like freak monster. Genuinely.
Love the claws.
Yeah. He's got them Fritos.
It's a little silly with the coloration, but that's kind of it.
He's a cactus.
Which, like, yeah, but like the primary, or like the avocado green, or cactus green, if you will, does not help his intimidation factor.
Bro do be looking like a salad.
I would not cuddle with a prickly pear.
I mean, yeah, but that's because they're prickly. It's not because they look scary. They look adorable, right?
Yeah, it is the spikes less than the green.
Yeah.
There's an inherent threatening aura to something being literally covered in spikes, I think. Even despite the cute shape of the pears.
I mean, it's just kind of tragic because, I mean, look at them. They're adorable.
I guess so. Fair enough.
I don't know.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm the freak on this one. All right. They're just little,
Yeah, I'm not into this one.
they're
personally.
just little, they're just friend shaped.
If I saw this thing coming at me, I might just die instantly.
No, the prickly pears, but this thing is creepy.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, normal prickly pears.
Yes.
Yeah, actual.
Would die instantly.
They don't. I would die instantly.
Oh no.
Action Shakespeare
It's-
when you approach her with a fruit.
It's a good thing you don't
Yeah.
live anywhere near the equator.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say you don't live near any deserts. And I'm like, yeah. He tugs collar. Yeah. I definitely can't drive 20 minutes.
I think my favorite part of this suit, though, is that it's fleshy too. Like that mouth is kind of just like ripped apart. Same with his heels. It's good.
You wanna know how he got those scars?
Yes.
Well, somebody fucking tried to eat them.
Oh.
Ow.
Stop it.
Well, Fair enough. I mean, it can be good eating.
Yeah. I love our introduction to Cactus Man here, because we got the hikers hiking, trying to take pictures of birds and shit, and see the Batman.
Our Kamen Rider Ichigo bird watchers.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, they finally found their way back. And he emerges from the ground like a zombie, and then we get the sexy Mrs. Robinson. Are you trying to seduce me? Shot between his legs. The sexiest monster, maybe? Who can say? Everybody's trying to eat him.
Yeah, listen.
I don't think we agree on that.
Knee jerk of all of the monsters that we have seen so far, I think Sabotegron probably takes second. Sabotegron unfortunately loses out to Wasp Monster's tits.
That one specifically, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Listen,
I don't even know if that's what those are supposed to be.
I don't either, but like, listen, if you've watched Beast Wars as a child, you understand what the fuck I'm talking about. You are very familiar with this chest silhouette, and it evokes some feelings.
Yeah.
Mankind was not yet meant to lust over the machine, and yet.
Poor the wasp.
Yeah, and yet.
Wow, he's really your number 2?
I was like fucking joking. Like, is he really your number 2?
I can't really think of anyone better as the thing.
Looks like a pile of shit. It's not sexy.
He's got a certain je ne sais quoi. I mean...
The flea monster.
There's a flea monster. There's the, 5 spider people. There's...
I was thinking about the spider people. The spider people and the Birdman are definitely up there.
There's Satan?
The evil psychic goat man? Yeah, Satan.
Yeah, he was jerking off the horns.
Jerking off the horns. I don't know. There's something about Satan's face it's a little...
That's...
You don't like the look of a dead goat? That doesn't do anything for you?
Not particularly.
What about the jaguar dog?
Ugh, he's kind of mangy looking.
Yeah, no.
Look at that hair.
You know.
That's half the problem.
Listen. If I really want to have bad sex with the drunk Karen, I can go to Louisiana during Mardi Gras. It's fine. I don't need to seek this out.
I like the picture we had on file for the Birdman, because he just kind of looks like he's shrugging.
Yeah.
No,
it's a
Birdman. I'm Birdman.
Here.
Oh, who, me? No, I'm Birdman.
Yeah, Birdman's more handsome than anything.
Birdman is very handsome is the thing, yeah.
Yeah, he's classically handsome.
In the way that birds are.
And the flea man don't do it for me.
The silkworm? How about the silkworm? How you feeling about that now?
Not really.
No? Well, you didn't last time, so.
Yeah, it's... and also, the one I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure this is the silkworm. His weird, weird chest nipple things.
They're little caterpillar arms.
Yeah.
More arms to hold you.
Yeah.
Sure, I mean... Here's the problem is, they do look like they go in. It looks like I could stick a thing in there, and
you could.
that might feel good, but I don't know if I'm interested in it, is the thing.
You can be as adventurous as you want, I think. The world is your oyster.
And Batman's face looks too much like a monkey. Batman fucking looks weird.
What?
He...
How it...
I shan't.
Yeah, me either.
He's reliable, though. That's true.
Yeah, no, he's an ace worker for this company.
For sure.
He'd say those sweet nothing romantics to you, but then he'd actually do it. He's like, I'm gonna pick up the moon for you, and then next thing you know.
Yeah, and then he'd bring me the...
Oh my god!
I'd be like, bro, put that shit back. You're fucking up the waves.
The tide.
The tide.
Ugh. Number 2, huh?
I'm looking.
That's crazy.
There's just not much better.
What do you
At least yet.
mean? You
Not
want
even
to
like the
embrace
rhino?
with this thing?
Okay, the rhino.
It's,
Really?
Really? Like, the rhino's jacked.
Think of what that
Yeah.
horn do.
Yeah, what did
no,
I want to do?
that's not supposed to go anywhere near there. That's sharp.
Alright, sure.
You could probably hold
Coward.
on to it, though.
Well, sure.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking. I'm thinking.
I just can't believe Cactus Man, Sabotegron's the number 2. You'd embrace this.
Yeah.
Physically.
I mean, as long as the spikes aren't there.
The spikes are
That
definitely there.
is
That's part of it.
definitely
Spikes
there.
are going to always be there.
Okay, well, that's going to be a problem.
Unless you're going to be like, hey, date night idea, we're gonna file some of your spikes so they don't hurt me as much. But, like,
I don't think he'll agree.
I don't think so, yeah. I feel like that'd be like declawing a cat.
I think you'd have to get very creative with him,
Yeah.
for better or worse.
That's
You
fair.
just want that meth. Just admit it. You just want him for his meth.
His Gorgameth.
Maybe I do. That's a wrong.
Yes. You can't play with his emotions.
You don't even lust for him.
Just a lust for meth.
To be fair, I don't lust for many of these dudes. There's a reason why the Wasp is number 1.
The
That's
wasp
fair.
being number 1
That's
is still
fair.
crazy, though.
Listen, I explained the Wasp thing.
Like, I get it. It's just, alright.
We are so heated in this debate, but we must move on.
So heated.
We have to return to Kotaro himbo moments.
Tell us about Kotaro Himbo moments, Shakes.
I don't know. I think he just waters a plant for too long, and I just found it funny.
Oh, the cactus.
Yeah, he's drowning the cactus because he's too busy looking at the rain. What a guy.
Yeah, his little
And then-
clue. It all comes together.
And then we have to remind ourselves about Nobuhiko
Nobuhiko.
and how the sister is taking this whole situation so much better than the girlfriend.
A little bit, yeah.
Whom I don't think even at this point they have explicitly stated even
Nope.
yet that Katsumi is Nobuhiko's girlfriend. They're just starting to imply that they have some sort of involvement, some sort of relationship, undefined. Also, at some point during the scene, if I recall correctly, Kotaro is just eating like a massive plate of mashed potatoes or something.
That sounds right, but also like a dream.
Yeah, I could not tell you. It happens at some point in this episode, I remember, because I was just so taken aback by this giant plate piled with white mash on it. Normally they'd put like a meal in front of somebody for, this sort of thing, even if they don't touch it, just as, the set dressing, but it's just like cartoonishly nondescript foodstuffs.
Goop.
I love Goop.
Tubby custard of this show.
Love Kamen Rider Chubby Custard.
That is just sort of a big plate of mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I can't identify that as anything else, truly.
Listen, sometimes you wake up and you're just like, I need potatoes in me stat.
Yeah, that's so fair.
And you make a big ass plate of mashed potatoes and you fuck it up and you're like, damn, I love potatoes. Thank you, God, for potatoes.
Perhaps not tremendously important in the long run of things, but when the hikers are out there, they are commenting on, like, how nature is crying, everything is dying. Nature is crying is probably just my note. I don't think they said that. That's just what my notes say. But everything's dead and dry as a result of them trying to cultivate the right environment for growing their Gorgameth. God, I will never get over this name.
If Breaking Bad has taught me one thing, it's that you can only make meth in the desert.
Even though they are using humans to incubate the Gorgameth, they are also affecting the climate in order to help facilitate this as well.
I mean, Fats made the home planet of London joke, and that's apparently all they need. Once again, don't know why you positioned yourself in Japan if you wanted some humid
It's very
climates.
explicitly not what they need, because they talk about how they can't grow
I feel like they
Gorgameth
say
on their home
both
planet.
things, and it Don't commit to either of them.
You know, that's so fair.
But I also might have not listened very close.
No, you're right, because I believe this is near the end of the episode, but they say that like the weakness is UV rays, and I'm like, why are you doing this on the surface? You're stupid.
It's wild.
Use monsters to incubate the Gorgameth that the other monsters feast upon. You will be culling the weak out of the herd.
So here's the interesting thing, yeah. Just to kind of jump ahead in the episode, but yeah. So you do need UV rays in order to cultivate Golgameth. That is actually just a thing about it, because that's what's
It's in the factory.
right. Yeah, but apparently, if you use too many UV rays, the shit fucking dies.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's very realistic for growing plants.
Yeah, but it's like the difference between a cloud passing by or not.
Yeah, it's very delicate.
It's a very finicky plant, which I guess is why it was so fucking hard to grow back on Golgam.
I know it's like realistically there are things that are this delicate in real life, but I also question evolution, being like, hey, how did that happen?
How did
How
you
are you
naturally
still here?
become this way? Yeah.
This was the fittest?
Unfortunately, I mean, evolution is a lazy process. It doesn't care what's most efficient. It just, if it works, who cares?
Yeah, but it's like there are sea animals that are like, oh yeah, you need to have the water at 96.82 degrees Fahrenheit, because if you have it at 96.4, they will die.
That's me, for
Mhm.
real.
And if you have it at 96.2, they will shut down.
And you know what? Those fish swim in one very specific part of the ocean, and also they're dying.
Do not tell me you don't, like, resonate with that, though.
I resonate deeply with it, but at the same time, I still can wonder, why do you live like this?
Why are koalas like that? I am asking this every day.
'Cause they're cute.
They
They would have been gone a long time ago. Them and pandas.
Yeah, true. Pandas especially. God, pandas are so...
Pandas especially.
literally have no inherent survival instinct. It's crazy.
I guess you don't have to if you aren't, preyed upon by anything, and your main food
guess.
source is so abundant that your existence keeps its overgrowth in check.
You know, that's a fair point.
As opposed to koalas, the stupid things that eat poison.
They're just little
They
creatures.
refuse to eat anything else but poison.
Do you not relate to
Just like
that?
me.
I was gonna say, I'm sure we all knew someone in college who was just like that.
Dude, I'd slam back a Mountain Dew every day. Like, I get it.
I didn't know anyone in college like that. I knew someone in elementary school like that because they were just like, hey, you want to see me lick that dumpster?
Oh, wow.
I don't.
One of those.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
actually.
do. I do.
Yeah, fully don't want to
I would
actually.
prefer not to.
Then he does it anyway because, like, joke's on you.
Okay, he better not retch, because I'll retch.
No.
So what I'm hearing is you wanted to look at dumpster and we're desperately hunting for an excuse.
Yes.
And to that I say, I will not be your guinea pig.
Yeah, I'm not validating that. Disgusting. Horrible.
Hey, speaking of things that are disgusting and horrible, we should talk about what happens to this dude.
Yeah.
A very cute man comes in with his very cute girlfriend, and they're very cute for about 5 seconds until his skin starts burning because he has plants growing out of him.
This happened to me in a subway in Ohio once.
That makes sense.
Well,
What
that
was
makes sense.
wrong with it? I'm thinking about this even now.
Yeah, I actually told you this story recently.
Oh wait, hello?
Let me pull up the thing because I have a pinned message somewhere so I can fully remember it. Shoutouts to the Subway sandwich shop in Piketon, Ohio. Me and Sari were driving through that town to go somewhere once. My friend Sari, and we stopped it because we got some Subway sandwiches on the road trip, and our eyes just started inexplicably burning.
What will find
There
you,
was-
curse of subways?
Yeah. we were like genuinely like, what the fuck? Like shouting about it. And the guy in there was just like, I don't know.
Was his eye also burning, or was he cool?
I don't think he was feeling it.
So it was literally just. So I guess the logical explanation is that maybe you guys somehow got something in your eye as you were walking in, but also I can understand the confusion.
There was no object, right, disturbing us. It was just a gradually increasing burning sensation in our eyes, some sort of outward influence, chemical or gas or something that this man was apparently immune to. Like, I actually washed my eyes out. Like,
Bro works at the Death Trap subway. That's insane.
Yeah, I guess he acclimated. Maybe that happened to him on his first day, and he just kept coming back.
Well, I feel like if it would have, he would have had a reaction then. He'd have been like, yeah, sorry, this place is weird.
He's just built different. They're built different in Ohio. Anyone who chooses to stay in Ohio is gonna be built a little different from you or me. You should fear that man. Anyways, sorry. I always have to occasionally share my mysterious subway story.
No, I'm so glad you did, because I'm not gonna lie, I was writing that off as just some sort of a joke or a reference that I did not get, and I'm so much happier knowing that this is a thing that actually happened to you.
I'm so glad your eyes hurt.
Me too.
So watching this couple come into the store and seconds later just start going, ah! Like, it gave me some very fun flashbacks. This happened to me once. Anyways, and then it becomes Annihilation. I'm pretty sure I've wrote down I love Annihilation in previous Kamen Rider episode notes, but I'm going to continue writing it down.
Listen, it will, as long as
keeps
it continues to be relevant. Yeah, you keep writing it. We have affected many people with these spores that begin to grow Gorgameth on them, but doesn't do it all the way, I guess. I think a part of this bit that I thoroughly enjoy is the girlfriend freaking out at our group of strangers who also are encountering this for the first time. She's just like screaming and shaking Nobuhiko's girlfriend to be like, what's happening to him? Tell me what's happening to him. What happened? What's going on? It's like, bitch, she doesn't fucking know either. What are you doing?
Poor Katsumi's got like 1,000-yard stare as this happens.
They're going through it.
More of that fucking chakra nonsense. All right. I mean,
Which-
Golgum.
Which I do,
Whatever.
I will say I am happy that we have been given confirmation that they know what Gorgum is, and that means probably also they know that Kotaro is Kamen Rider. Or as I put it in my notes specifically, which it occurs to me sounds much funnier, which means they probably know Kotaro is black.
They've sussed him out.
Yeah.
I know what you are.
Don't say it.
He's got the pass. It's hidden in his wallet.
You know those hikers from before that you thought were super dead? They're not dead at all, in fact, it turns out.
You sound a little disappointed, B. Is
You really
there
do.
something wrong?
Well, do you like... Would you like a trip on the conveyor belt? With this cheer everybody else?
Well,
You know-
okay.
I think it would. But first I want to point and laugh at the world's most ineffectual cop.
Please. This is
Bro
not
did
the first
even
time this has happened.
try.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think that's the funniest thing, because at least in the other times that Kotaro breaks into a crime scene, he at least goes unnoticed. He walks fully past this dude, and he's like, "Oh, you don't want to go there. It's a crime scene." And Kotaro's like, "Yeah, all right." And then he just kind of keeps walking, and goes, and dude's like, "No, really, you shouldn't. Hey, sir, hey."
This poor old man. I think it's funny to characterize this cop. The moment that Kotaro shows up, when you first see him, he is, like, kind of rubbernecking, watching the other cops carry the injured old man off in a stretcher. He's just standing there like, oh, wow, oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Don't go that way.
Oh yeah, I forgot they were hauling off Freddie Mercury. He's got the stash. I didn't remember him having that stash in the cold open.
Yeah, bro, got the stash.
What a time for mustaches.
What a time
They
for
knocked him off that
mustaches.
cliff, and he was like, "No!"
Oh boy. Hey, speaking of the cliff, let's go onto the cliff and let's fight Sabotegron, shall we? He can pop out of the ground. We can do some fight. We can do some more visual sex.
Visual sex.
We can do more visual sex. We can do more visual effects with his cool green blood.
That stuff is pretty cool.
We slammed him into a fucking rock so hard that he bled. He cut himself open.
Oh man! Oh, right. We also have the return of special effects plywood.
Yeah,
We missed her.
we missed her.
Yeah, tree edition.
Welcome back, girl. Happy to have you here.
It's so fun when he shoots his needles out of his
Oh,
dick.
yeah.
They melt stuff, and they have this little thing where it melts like a little chocolate corner of the tree.
That was a cool effect.
No, yeah, this is like the effects of this fight are fucking awesome. I'm having to remind myself because I'm seeing all these notes suddenly, just where I get really excited. I'm like, what the hell happened?
Also, shout out to Sabotegron for being our first monster to speak.
Is he the first?
He's the first, to my understanding. I believe so. To, like, properly say words, at least.
Yeah, Oh, wait, the Batman did say sorry, I think. I can't remember, but I think he apologized.
I know Batman does speak in the next episode.
I thought that was the first time we saw him get chastised after he kicked Kotaro into, like, a stop sign, but was thoroughly defeated anyway.
Maybe? I don't remember.
I don't remember. But in any case, we have a guy who talks, and he's really hungry, and he's like, "Mommy, Daddy, I just want a snack so bad."
Starving white woman. I'm so hungry.
These fruits, they sound so crunchy.
They really
They
do.
are.
Try one.
Incredible texture.
Yeah,
Shit sounded like a cucumber. I'd love to try one.
Honestly.
I bet they'd be delicious. What does evil taste like?
Hopefully.
Probably pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say hopefully good. I think I've said this before, but it remains true.
That's fair. I trust you. There's this funny special effect that they do that feels like some unnecessary flexing, but I appreciate it, when they have all of the abducted humans who are incubating Gorgameth lined up on the floor, and they magically, telekinetically lift them onto the conveyor belt that will put them under these special, like, dim UV lamps.
Could you just have like a monster like pick him up? Man, did you have to do that?
We gotta let Palpatine flex. We gotta show people he's really him. And by him, I mean Palpatine.
Good old Sheev.
Yeah. We get to have a fun little fight between Kotaro and old Sheev Palpatine, where my man force grapples the shit out of Kotaro. I was like, oh damn, he really is Palpatine. Where's the force lightning, my man?
Someone else, MF Doom shoots some lasers that are very Force Lightning like, I will say.
That's like MF Doom's like signature move. That's like his thing. That's his spot that he does in the match. You get the hot tag to MF Doom. He shoots the laser bolts. He tags back out, collects his paycheck, goes home.
Pretty much. I will say Blu-ray moment, which is just what I'm gonna call it. There's a close-up shot of Kamen Rider walking down the funny cave stairs, and you can see one of them like fully depress under the weight of his boot. Just complete foam.
That's so fucking funny.
He's just that
Yeah,
powerful.
one of these patented Blu-ray moments.
Teehee.
You gotta love him. Mankind was not meant to withhold these secrets, and yet, withhold we do.
Yeah, I'll just bust out my CRT television and start watching this and that. I'm sure it's buried somewhere. It's not like we can get rid of them anymore. And you shouldn't break them because they'll release horrible materials.
Please save and maintenance your CRT.
At this point, yeah, you might as well just keep using it forever.
Yeah.
Until it blows up and kills you. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen, but you know, it's more likely to happen than an LED, LCD. One of them.
Cool fight though. They're so worried about their Gorgameth that two of our three wizard fools grab them and go.
Yeah, MF Doom and Bisham, her name is, right?
Yeah.
I just call her Go Nagai Girl.
Yeah, that's
I do
fair.
not remember her name at all.
Yeah, henceforth she shall be known as Go Nagai-chan.
Good for her.
Oh yeah, they did their fun little magic trick.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I was gonna say.
And it will vanish. Woo.
Oh,
Okay, bye.
Ninja vanish.
Cup. And then they
Oh.
just
They're
shuffle
just
away.
crammed up their sleeves, truly.
Yeah, truly.
The spot I really do like is they do a thing where Kotaro just like dive rolls through the entire mechanism,
Yes. You're busting
and they have
it
this
all
like
up.
fun, yeah, like they have a couple camera angles on it, and one of them is just like this active like kind of dolly left or dolly right as he's rolling through it and following the action. It's really neat.
It's good.
This is what I live for in Kamen Riders when they start getting funny with it.
It's no longer cinematography. It's cinematography now. We're getting
that's-
there.
Whoa.
Yeah, the cinnamon topography has evolved.
Yeah.
What's that? Cinematography is evolving. Dun, dun, dun,
Ah.
dun, 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 dun.
Presses B.
Yeah, just
Ah.
stop that shit right now.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you for. At this point, it's just me throwing the layup for you now.
It's quite good.
Too easy.
There's not too much else to this episode after this, because well and truly the big set piece of this episode is that fight scene. Which, God, is it worth it? But that's definitely where a lot of the energy is channeled.
I will say about the fight, it's our gimmick of what do we do to beat this guy is this guy has needles all over him, and it hurt. But I will say it's nice. We get a little payoff to Kotaro Himbo moment, allows him to remember. Oh yeah, we'll just pump him full of water, and then he'll be a bitch made, and then I'll be able to rider kick him.
Haha, you got root rot. Poor thing.
Yeah, get root rot, idiot. I love making callbacks to information that we learned earlier in the episode. Stop making your monsters based off of real life shit, or this is going to keep happening.
Love payoff. Also, Palpatine did come for this fight, but he got hit once and vanished.
He did.
It was really funny.
He shot a saran wrap beam.
Yeah. I think it's really funny how multiple times now Kotaro has just kind of engaged in combat with these guys in a way where we're supposed to believe that they're endgame, that they're very powerful. But also in those same fights, he will, like, tap them once and they leave.
They can't handle it.
Listen, this one at least makes a little more sense, because, like, Chief Palpatine was mostly there just to distract them so they could get the meth out.
But now you've lost your Cactus Man and you lost an opportunity to kill Kamen Rider again.
Yeah.
It's true.
He's got to go home. He's got to saran wrap his monsters. since they lost all their good sauce.
That is my favorite part of this episode, that they go home and they didn't make enough food, so they have to freeze dry all their monsters because they can't feed them anymore. They're poor children.
Why weren't you doing that initially?
Right.
I was literally just about to say, for the record, they could have done this at any time.
Yeah, exactly. They could have only been awakening them from this as needed, but for whatever reason.
Yeah, episode 1, they were like, from land, from air, from sea. Summon all of our crazy-ass monsters in unrelated shots. And it's like, I don't know, did you need to have them running around scampering like that?
Camera pans to an empty pantry.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Can't feed your kids!
Get a job!
Well, it's a good thing they're in there and we're out here.
Yes, it's a good thing they're saran wrapped in there and we're out here. And they're the MF2, we're out here.
What I want to know is, where's the Kamen Rider?
Where's Nobuhiko?
Here's my question. UV light. Is that not generated by the sun as is?
Yeah.
No, it super is.
Why did the hospital need to generate it?
Right?
Why did they pull the shades down to activate the UV light thing? The sun's right there. Everybody who got afflicted by this is just going to be fine as soon as the clouds part.
I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because the hospital director spent $6,000 on this UV beam, and god damn it, we're going to get our return on investment.
Finally, I get to use this thing. Nobody asked for this.
He's like in the middle of a budget meeting where he's getting the shit roasted out of him about the UV beam that they bought that they didn't need.
No, I used it. I used for the epidemic of plants.
Sir, really, this was just not a responsible choice whatsoever. We've not had a single usage for this UV device since you purchased it last year, and right now we're really hemorrhaging money to... I'm sorry? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll tell him. Sir, we need the UV beam. his face just snapping over like Sandy in the Where's SpongeBob episode.
SpongeBob! Yeah, I see it. Incredible.
He's so excited to use his UV beam that he bought for no reason.
He loves to be correct.
You know, don't we all? I think truly life's greatest pleasure is buying a stupid little trinket that you don't need, and then suddenly getting an excuse to use it.
It is pretty good. Can't lie.
It don't get much better than that. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, anyway. Where's Nobuhiko?
I sure miss my evil brother.
Me too.
I think we should collectively, make something for this memory. Like maybe, I don't know, a brand new song to specifically play over our memories of our cool evil brother.
Listen, sometimes you just need a ballad for missing your brother.
New song for bros! Oh, and then they enjoy a delicious coffee. I really wish I could see the brand. The bloom, just cuts it off enough. This is the opposite of a Blu-ray moment.
Listen, they didn't pay for that sponsorship, and they know it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was half expecting the Georgia logo to be on this thing, but I can't tell. It looks like it just says milk coffee, which just seems like the lamest.
You telling me Kamen Rider Black doesn't drink black coffee?
Honestly, yeah, where's the boss?
Listen, not without a paycheck first.
Where's that premium boss? It's in his colors. I'm still holding the scan.
I'm sure that if I go on YouTube and I search Kamen Rider Black coffee commercial, I will find something. There's a long history and tradition of Kamen Riders advertising things, whether as Kamen Riders or otherwise.
I have to drink the branded black coffee. It's probably worse, but...
But it's the brand.
But it's got his picture on it.
It's got the Kamen Rider on
I
it.
want one thing in this life and one thing only, and that's to eat Kamen Rider Sakurugami.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Do you like, I don't know, kids riding motorbikes? Kids getting yelled at by their dads about riding motorbikes?
I do.
Is that something you enjoy? Is that something you like? Does that make you happy?
This got weirdly aggressive for a question that you started.
Does that make you happy, you fucking sicko?
You freaks. You
God,
like that?
dude. Yeah, you like this shit, huh? You fucking mutant.
We meet a new Kamen Rider in the making. What's his name again? Kichi. His name is Kichi.
I do want to take a brief sojourn, first of all, just to tell the people what episode we're talking about. It's Kamen Rider Black episode 12, The Super Machine Legend is Born. Its original air date is December 20th, 1987, and its synopsis is thusly. Kotaro discovers the whereabouts of a missing biker who is raising his son to ride and protect the ultimate bike devised by his father.
What?
The other thing I want to take a brief sojourn to talk about is how weirdly gay the opening of this episode is.
Right.
Please tell me that wasn't me.
No,
New song for bros!
Yeah, no.
Brotherly
Yeah.
bros.
We had the
vibes.
bro ballad play while we were driving on the countryside, and then we stopped and we had fucking fond memories.
The aforementioned coffee. It's
Yeah.
They're not even related.
Shut.
Shit.
When watching it, I forgot, due to this scene most assuredly, of is Nobuhiko a brother or a boyfriend?
Nobuhiko was raised as his twin brother.
They're twinsies.
They might not literally be physically related, but they were raised as
Yeah.
twins and believed that they were related by blood until like a week ago.
But if
B, stop. You're only making it better for the Fujoshi.
Yeah, how we doing, Detective Conan fans?
Yeah, really.
Stop! Leave them alone. They've
Eating well?
suffered enough.
Oh, they're eating amazingly.
They're not fucking suffering.
They are fucking
Oh, I hope they're not
feasting.
into it. I'm mostly seeing people be very upset about it, personally.
I think you are looking at a very specific swath of the internet.
God. I did see one take that made me a little crazy, which was, who cares, they're already both guys anyway.
True. You know, as soon as it becomes gay, familial relation doesn't matter. It's not like they can have kids. Fuck who you want.
Don't. I'm gonna
Astounding
let you
take.
live your life.
It's a hell of a take.
For one King Fats, it's definitely his take.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but parentheses, underlined, italicized, bolded. Good God.
Good God.
Good God, man.
Good God.
Yeah, really. Superintendent Chalmers, I think, really put it the best when he once famously said, "Good Lord, what is happening in there?"
I mean, I know it's a single word.
True.
This poor kid eats dirt and then his dad says, "You suck, get better." And Kotoro's like, "Wow, your kid's so good. He's gonna be a great pro one day." And they're like, they're onto us. Go, run.
I like how Kotaro is like attracted to the sound of bikes, like a siren song. Like he just really wants to talk about motorcycles. You guys like bikes? I like bikes. Can I talk about it? Where are you going?
no, someone to talk about my special interest with. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he lost his brother a while ago. You know, he hasn't had someone to talk about bikes with for a bit. He's jonesing.
He's reminiscing. He misses his bro.
Yeah. He misses all of those intimate moments that they shared together on the road.
On the road.
On the road.
It's not gay if it's on the road.
I'm always saying this.
Also, as a mostly unrelated thought I had while watching, if Rocket Power had any teeth, it would have had motocross.
Yeah, that's fair.
Incredibly missing from that show.
But also maybe difficult to animate.
I guess. I mean, they animated plenty of other vehicle riding, including normal bikes. So, like, if that's what they're afraid of, they're in the wrong TV show. But, like, I think it was very distinctly just, it was the 90s. We were X-gaming. I understand. But motocross is not inhibited by age, I will say.
This is true, but I will
Weirdly
say
enough.
this. A skateboard or a bicycle, notably more accessible to the hands of a child than your average motorcycle.
That family was just so crazy. They had every extreme sport under the sun in their blood.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You'd think they would have...
it was fucking Raymundo.
Yeah, Raymundo, I truly I feel like it once they got into high school, probably they would have been motocross, ATVs and shit. I know
for
it.
sure. Yeah, 16th birthdays.
They would have been hitting the dunes.
No, for sure.
Just like this kid, hitting the dunes with his face.
Face first, yeah.
Yeah, he's the Kiswat Haderach or whatever the fuck. He's going to make the spice flow out of Arrakis. Hey, is this... how are these Dune jokes doing for you probably several months after Dune is no longer in theaters?
Did you get the popcorn bucket? I'm proud of you.
Did you get did you get the popcorn bucket? You know
I
what the
know-
fuck I'm asking.
I think the thing I hate most is that if I actually did want to see the Dune movie, I would have bought that popcorn bucket
That's
in a
fair.
heartbeat. I would have been a wretch about it too.
Yeah, same.
Okay,
I mean-
alright, yeah, we're all in.
There's surely a part of me that doesn't want to, but feels obligated to. You know what I mean?
It's okay. You can make up for it at the Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Oh yeah, the Blowdrop Brothers.
God. There's going to be many more puckering popcorn baskets for you to use in the future.
God damn it.
Puckering popcorn baskets.
Oh shit! Yeah, special
It's the
guest.
Blowjob Brothers.
Special guest for the podcast. Fucking Snagglepuss. Heavens to Murgatroyd! It's gotta be a Gulgum plot even.
I mean, he's
Henching,
right.
stage left.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good work on that. Right, the synopsis mentioned the man and his child, Akira and Kiichi Daimon, are Kamen Rider protagonists in the making because their mother got unalived by Gulgum. And their grandfather, apparently, as well.
Yeah, their grandfather too. Yeah, this is really some full-on lineage, like, hey, what if we had a season about a father and a son who were both Kamen Riders? We think it'd go a little something like this.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
I'm a little shocked well, I guess I can't speak for it fully. Do we have child soldier Kamen Riders yet? Full on? Has that been a level we stooped to yet?
There's some that are at least underage, right?
I was gonna say, yeah, it depends on what you mean by, like, child soldier. We've definitely had some young Kamen Riders, but I don't think we've ever gone under, like, 15, maybe. I can't think of anyone that's gone under, at least that's reasonably gone under high school. There's one character who we're never really made sure of, so there's an argument to be made that maybe she's not of high school age, but also considering her actions and everything, it would not make sense if she was supposed to be in middle school, because, like, girl, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay. Fascinating.
And then, of course, you've got your weird outliers, like, if a robot in 01 transforms, and that robot is technically 3 years old, then what the hell?
I don't count that shit. That does not get entered into the discussion proper ever in my brain. Unless your story is focusing on its maturity relative.
Right.
No.
Back to this tragic family, though.
Yeah, they're very sad.
They reveal that their father, similarly to Kotaro's dad, or I guess the father's father, the grandfather of the family, was kind of being used by Gulgum. In his case, he was engineering a crazy motorcycle, and now he is training his son Kiichi to take revenge on Gulgum someday.
Yes, because he can't do it. He is not powerful enough to ride Road Sector.
Road Sector.
Road Sector. Which was apparently at least I assume it was an MF Doom plot, because I do have a note. That's my third MF Doom of this set. Is MF Doom, what is Road Sector?
I believe he's the one that at least brings it up when they start talking about it, because it's a Gulgum product. It was supposed to be for Gulgum.
Who up Road they Sector?
This bat is a plague on the series. I kind of enjoy it, though. He's here again.
I like that he gets to talk in this one. He gets thoroughly roasted.
Yeah. Little wretch.
Our new Bugman also gets to have conversations in his big deep voice.
I fully don't remember that, so thank you for
I'm
bringing that up.
modulated.
Bro.
Longhorn beetle man.
Yeah, Longhorn,
who
yeah.
uses his longhorns. I believe, this is one, I think we had a completely off microphone argument about the longhorn beetles.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, so my issue with Longhorn Beetle Man is his complete and total lack of all of any kind of horns. Now, my understanding is, as was
Your beef
brought
is
up
with
by-
longhorn beetles.
Yeah, really. Truly, my beef is with Longhorn Beetles for being called Longhorn Beetles, even though they clearly have antennae. But, I'm not Darls Charwin or whoever the fuck named this thing, so I don't get to say in the matter. Good suit, though.
It is very much a longhorn beetle, man. Once you accept what a longhorn beetle is, like, oh yeah, that's that. He's got whippers.
These little mustachioed guys.
He's got a mustachio.
You got a
So
mustache.
cute.
He grabs those things and uses them like whips. It's very funny.
He whips it really good. He whips it into shape. He shapes it up. Because it's not too late.
This is not really important because we already mentioned that the mother and the grandfather were killed by Golgum. I just feel like I have to say for the record, because we're definitely seeing this guy more in the future and he's here right now. The Golgum bat just like shows up and strangles them both, one hand each, and then leaves in the flashback where we see the two of them die, and I just think that's really funny.
Is that really? I don't remember that in the slightest. That's hilarious.
It was like 5 seconds long. It was so funny.
You know, sometimes a double homicide is 5 seconds long.
That's all you need when you're the Batman.
Emphatically, I don't know how you choked someone to death in 5 seconds. It's impressive.
He was very strong.
Well, different.
Really gotta crush everything in there, I suppose. Maybe that's what he did, because he's so strong.
Only a couple seconds of air these people had.
Yeah, they didn't take a breath beforehand, so they were fucked.
Poor form.
They just
Gotta
finished
say.
doing the how long can you hold your breath challenge.
Oh, truly tragic timing.
I'm going to win this record. I'll never breathe again.
Oh,
yeah.
damn. So true.
So they're winning the Guinness Book of World Records for holding your breath. The rest of their family wants vengeance. We've made a child soldier out of Kichi. They are being plagued by the bat and the longhorn beetle man. Where are we? What's going on? Right, they take him to the cafe. They take the kid to the cafe. And they let him eat real ice cream, and that just made me kind of happy. Like, I don't know, it's like a set, so I'm not super used to seeing people actually eating the food when filming.
What about the giant plate of mashed potatoes?
That's so fair. But yeah, it looks like they gave this kid real ice cream, and he just gets to eat it for the shot, and that just made me kind of happy.
I hope he didn't have any retakes. Or maybe not too many retakes. You're gonna stop liking his ice cream after a while.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
I'm sure it did. I don't even remember if he said anything besides eating ice cream.
He gives a nod, I think.
Also, there is
That's
a
about
point
it.
where they ask him what he would like to eat, and he asks for pancakes.
Yeah!
Oh yeah, his Flanderization trait, if he appeared in any other episodes, I think. They would just make him obsessed with pancakes.
Ain't nothing
Celebratory
wrong
pancakes.
with a stack of celebratory flapjacks. In fact, I think more people should have a stack of celebratory... Hey, you, listener, stop right now. Pause the podcast. Go have yourself a stack of celebratory flapjacks, because you did it.
You deserve it. Inherently deserved. Anyway, plot.
I'm fully willing to give you that one. Yeah, plot. Or so I have read.
This is a lot of build up to introduce our new toy. this episode is a lot of build up saying, "Hey, we got a new bike. It's really cool. You want to see our new bike? We're gonna get that new
I'm angry about
bike."
this.
That's
Yeah, what happened to my fucking special buddy? That thing's alive.
Yeah, he's alive and he's my best friend, and I replaced him in the 12th episode of our series after he saved my life 2 episodes ago.
Yes.
3 episodes ago, something like that.
I would like to hope that he has not been fully replaced, but...
But he sure has for this episode because we got this new fucking bike.
Road Sector! Buy the all-new Kamen Rider Road Sector playset!
Oh shit! It looks stupid as fuck. I think this bike is one of the dumbest things in the show.
It does really have a very silly design. You know, let me go get us a picture of Road Sector and slap that in the so everyone can point and laugh.
This bike looks like it ate a bee.
I feel like a follow-up question I can't help but wonder about is whether the road sector was always kind of a less favorable design, or if it's just kind of fallen out of favor as, you know, certain aesthetics don't tend to stay fashionable after a time.
I suppose so.
Not everything from the 80s is still enjoyed.
No, it evokes a very, oh god, the fucking giant back of that. I was speaking in mid-sentence. I got to the part where he revs the handle and it immediately cuts to him being outside. I was like, wow, that's a fast bike. God, it just has a Voltron ass
It does.
Yes.
and a big old camera on the back.
Like, there is definitely a scene a bit further into this sequence, closer to when we get to the actual, like, fight of this episode, where you definitely see them use what I must assume is the actual toy that they're marketing
Yeah.
as a prop to shoot a few shots for this, which is very fun. I would love to see whatever TV commercial appeared immediately after the credits of
Aw,
this.
same.
Yeah, right. Oh, I forgot they put sparklers on this thing
Yeah.
because it's going so goddamn fast.
The fastest bike in the world, Road Sector.
300 kilometers per hour, easy.
Easy.
Turns into a damn beam of light. And then you get Star Wars graphics. He starts playing fucking Star Wars from the Atari Star Wars arcade game on his bike.
It's so funny to me because, like, we've seen their minis. We've seen them do better practicals. I'm sure they could have, but they're like, no, we're not going to try our best here. We're going to sell this toy.
As seen on Kamen Rider Black, episode 12.
Get yourself the new Road Sector kids.
But my best buddy Battle Hopper.
Yeah, what happened?
Listen, the only saving grace to all of this I can give is that as someone who used to be one, I am 1,000% sure that there were many children expressing the exact same sentiment you two are of what about my best friend Battle Hopper.
I would have been worried about Battle Hopper's feelings as a kid.
Yeah.
I know you would have. That's like not even trying to be a dig or anything. That's just I know that truth about you, B-Drops. You were so kind.
Oh, well. He's going to feel so bad.
Honestly, I would also
He is
kind
alive.
of feel
He
bad.
has feelings.
Yeah, I would feel bad for Battle Hopper, honestly.
Road Sector is just a fucking machine.
Road Sector is some fucking dick ass. Man, you know what? Actually, you're right. I've come all the way around with you guys. Fuck Road Sector.
Like,
Road Sector is the Hulk Hogan of motorcycles.
I'm so sorry, God. I had one hope for this episode in that, and I didn't know if this was too weird or radical for the show because I don't know how far it's willing to go. It seems relatively far. I was hoping Battle Hopper would eat this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
He would
god,
turn into
yeah.
Road Sector. That'd be cool.
I'm holding out that there's some reason for them to merge.
yeah.
Because why would you establish a living bike and then replace it with a
Yeah.
normal ass machine bike?
Assimilate the
Cool
Road
as it may
Hopper.
be.
Okay, so here's the question then.
Yeah, Road Hopper.
Yeah, do you call it Road
The new-
Hopper or Battle Sector?
Battle Sector.
I think I'm Team Road Hopper.
I kind of like them both.
I like
I'll have to
Road
think about it.
Hopper. I mean, yeah, they both are fine names, but for this thing specifically, I'd say Road Hopper. Because it's still a funny bug,
Yeah.
in theory.
I guess it does.
Fair.
Funny
carry
bug
the
that ate a bee. I want the Kamen Rider eyes on the puffed cheeks.
Bro is white.
Looks so silly.
Do we have much we want to say about this end fight?
He killed the bug with a bike, and that cool. I would say.
This kid is raw as fuck and is willing to die for the cause.
He is, yeah, that was cool as fuck.
He's our
He was raised for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we saved this kid from basically becoming the next Kamen Rider, which, I mean, as a kid, you might be like, oh no, but I understand. I have the perspective as a grown adult to understand that this is good, that this child will not bear the responsibility of protecting the road sector for the rest of his life.
Yeah, that'd be a rough one.
Yeah, I do feel he was a little robbed of a cool bike. But yes, it is not a responsibility she wish on a child. I hope he gets it back.
Maybe once Gorgum is defeated, I would love a scene in the epilogue where they meet up again years later. Once, this kid is actually big enough to ride this bike, and he gives it back.
Yeah,
That would warm my heart.
Kotaro does very explicitly express wanting to raise him someday, or at least I believe I remember that, so That would be a cool, get a Road Sector versus Battle Hopper race.
I guess the one thing Road Sector is they're trying to put over for Road Sector is that this thing is like a fucking missile.
Bro's fast as fuck.
They just blow through every container they possibly can. And he's gunning it so fast at this wizard holding a child that I thought it was just gonna be like that early scene from The Boys, where he just
We're
goes
fucking
through
A-Train.
yeah, they just turned to fucking mist. He's going way too fast.
God.
They're just both disintegrated.
Yeah, it turned
You
into
know
a
what?
fine
The kid said he was
powder.
willing to go out. Like,
Yeah.
as you wish, kid. You're both going down. I'm destroying this ultimate evil.
I'm killing MF Doom.
He coulda if he wasn't a coward.
Yeah, really. You want to talk about I'm here to see MF Doom?
Friendship ended with Battle Hopper. Now Road Sector is my new best friend.
No. Road Sector doesn't have feelings.
My final note of this was legit just, can the bike get jealous? I hope so. I want to see the drama.
Yeah,
Me too.
I want to see this bike have a rivalry with an inanimate object.
It's tragic.
The episode that's entirely See, if this was a good show, it would have an episode that was entirely about Battle Hopper having a little adventure where he gets into constant shenanigans trying to outdo the not alive bike.
Wile E.
And
Coyote
he keeps
somehow.
getting owned. Yeah.
Yeah, and then somehow in some strange twist of fate, some like accident happens, and then Battle Hopper has to save Road Sector, and then somehow
Yeah.
Road Sector saves Battle Hopper, and they're like, "Oh man, maybe you aren't so bad after all." And then Kotaro shows up, and he's like, "There the two of you are. I've been calling for you all day. What happened?"
What the hell? Yeah, he cuts to Kotaro and he's being like curb stomped by like 5 monsters.
Yeah, just getting stomped out.
Help!
Well, I think that's just about everything there is to say about this little batch of episodes. This was a fun bunch. I'm glad that we have randomly decided to reincorporate the plot into the show. That's pretty neat. We'll see how long that one lasts.
Yeah.
We'll see if it comes back.
We're remembering Nobuhiko, and I think that is good.
His girlfriend continues to be really sad about it, so maybe they're building up to more of that.
I
being
was
sad.
I was gonna say I did have a note that now that we do seem to be pretty plot focused on, hey, where's Nobuhiko? I'm wondering if that means he is going to come back in the other form that may or may not be known to folks who are on the podcast / listening to the podcast.
Evil form.
Yeah. Yeah,
The evil form they keep promising us. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm wondering if evil form they keep promising us is going to be coming back soon or not.
I mean, yeah, we're hitting a. I forget how many episodes in total is it? Like 60
40
something?
No.
40 something?
Yeah, it's only 40. It's not near. It's 51. 51.
Yeah.
51.
50. Okay, yeah, I was in between. Yeah, I don't know. Like we are vaguely approaching. We're a quarter of the way, right?
Yeah.
Roughly. I'll say generously, we are almost a quarter of the way through the series. Yeah, maybe it's about time to start trickling that in. You know, we gotta put it somewhere. I figured at the very least that would be a halfway point thing. You know, pull the trigger on. Okay, let's start dealing with this now. How much they actually planned out the amount of episodes is a whole different subject, though. I'm assuming something that requires forethought, something famously not present in productions of Kamen Rider of this era.
This is unfortunately very true, but we'll see. All we can do is hope that we will be pleasantly surprised. Says I. Well, I was going to say, with that being said, I think before we get to wrapping up the show proper, I will let folks know what we are going to be looking into next time. So next time we will be going over 5 of these Kamen Rider type episodes. we're going to be looking into potentially expanding things out a little bit for efficiency's sake, because as you may have noticed, there's not a ton to talk about from the episodes proper, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But it's just means that we think we might be able to move this on a little bit more efficiently if possible. So if you want to be caught up for next time, we are going to be watching Kamen Rider episodes 13 through 17, if I'm doing my numbers right, which I believe I am. That is going to be Mama's the Monster Raising Official.
Uh-huh.
The Day Tuna Disappeared. The Targeted Bizarre Academy. My favorite JoJo season. Friend Crossing the Sea. And
that's me whenever I see a boat.
yeah, and Kyoko's Strange Dream. So if you wanna be on track with us, those are the episodes that you are going to want to watch. And now there's nothing left to do but the best and most favorited part of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Let's kick it to that death count with the B drops, baby.
For better or worse, we have a bit of a light grouping this time around. I was slightly generous with the windows. This time, I'll start with the windows real quick, because I feel like the death count is what people care more about.
I'm curious. I wonder, yeah.
Don't get your hopes up. Episode 10, I counted 3 windows on account of the car that flipped over. We did not see any windows break, but we did see windows suddenly gone from the car flipped over. I'm counting that as broken windows.
That's fair.
So it was a 2-seater car. I could not see the back windshield. I counted it as not broken. I counted both the side windows on the doors and the front windshield. That is all we have for this set of episodes. That leaves us with 3 for these 3 episodes, and up to now a total of 17 broken windows as of Kamen Rider Black episode 12. For our death count, similarly steady numbers. We have just our 3 monster kills for these 3 episodes. Unfortunately, everybody survived the plant thing. So
beans.
Yeah, there were just... I mean, it's technically good, but I'd love to boost these numbers. Come on.
Yeah, that's fair.
That gives us 3 total deaths for these episodes, all for Team Rider. That gives us a total of 17 kills for Team Rider, 6 for Team Gorgum, and 23 total as of Kamen Rider Black episode 12.
Not bad numbers. Definitely not the wild fluctuations that we had with fucking Ichigo. That was a real feast or famine kind of show. It was either we had 2 kills in 3 episodes, or we had 100 kills in 2 episodes.
It was fascinating how inconsistent it was, and I'm hoping we'll have a spike during more plot relevant episodes in the show. But
I'm wondering if Evil Form Nobuhiko, when he shows up, I wonder if that won't spike up our kill count a little bit. Or if maybe that won't spike it down. Maybe, because we're just going to be spending all of our time fighting him now. Who knows?
I want this innocent young man who has been brainwashed and transformed against his will to have to live with having innocent blood on his hands.
That'd be cute.
Oh my god.
I can't
think that would
believe
be
you
fun.
would say something like this, B-Drops. This is so out of character for you.
I know, I'm sorry.
No way.
Out of pocket, as they say, right?
Yeah, really.
Look, they're checking your social medias if you're gonna try to apply for a job. So if they're gonna try to get hunch jobs, then like...
Yeah, I guess. They say dress for the job you want, right?
Yeah.
Well, that
I would
applies
love
to
to
your
be a
Twitter
henchman.
presence as well.
God.
B-Drop's just sending out tweets that are like, good day to work for the boss.
Yeah.
Oh, another fine day in Gotham.
Oh, man. Yeah. Just a bunch of B-Drops constantly reblogging Batman hate posts. That's gonna do it for this pack of goofballs. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. We hope that you enjoyed the episode. We hope that you have a good day, night, weekend, etc., and that you are enjoying the show with us. Please continue joining us if you so wish, and we hope that you've been enjoying Kamen Rider Black. Not RX, we aren't there yet. Just Kamen Rider Black, the regular type.
Let us know if you're interested, though.
Yeah, if you would like us to watch RX, please voice that opinion, and we will take it into consideration.
We'll only be watching the Saban dub, though.
Incredible. Wow.
Anyway, on that sour note, thank you very much for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and please always remember that if you can't believe in God and you can't believe in Buddha, you can always believe in Kamen Rider.